And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, back with another MLB The Show 22 Custom League, and the playoffs continuing here in full swing. And we have the last series of the 4 here in the divisional round in Game 1 to show you, between the Houston Reapers and the Boston Barons. Houston finished the season with 88 wins, I believe, on the year. You know how Boston finished the year with 92. So, Boston finished the season a little bit better in terms of record than the Reapers did this year. But, man, the Reapers, their strength is definitely in their pitching staff. They had a pretty good pitching staff this year, one of the better ones in the American League. Meanwhile, Boston's offense this season was pretty good, especially at getting on base. One of the better on-base teams in baseball this season here. And so I'm fascinated. Let's get this matchup going. There's Kyle Tucker, a huge, the biggest star on this Boston team here. And on the mound is Nathan Eovaldi. This is, last year of his contract this season, and this year, as his team's ace, he was pretty good in 33 starts. 208 innings, 183 hits, allowed a 1.1 whip, 180 strikeouts, 3.57 ERA, I believe, that he had this year. So pretty good numbers there for him on the season. And here's Ocho Mondesi, and he's going to swing at the first pitch here, curveball, that he grounds over to first base. Now, man, this Houston offense, pretty dangerous. Second in the AL in home runs this year with 224. You got Mondesi there leading off, Alex Bregman, who they traded for at the deadline, Freddie Freeman, Rafael Devers, JD Martinez, Matt Duffy, Mike Yastrzemski, Jesus Sanchez, and then James McCann. So here's Freddie Freeman, 309 average, 941 OPS, 35 homers, 96 ribbies during the course of the year. Was definitely the big superstar, one of them here on this team's lineup, as that's a grounder right over to first base. Darren Ruff there taking care of it for the end of the top of the first inning here. So on the mound in this game for Houston is their ace, Jose Barrios. And, like him a lot, being a Twins fan, this was probably one of his better seasons of his career here this year. 2.8 ERA for him in 206 innings, a 1.15 whip. Some really good numbers there for him on the year. And Amed Rosario leading things off for Boston. Batted only 255 this year, below 700 OPS, so his season offensively wasn't that insanely good or anything, as that's a ground out to first base and to Freddie Freeman. Now let's look at this Boston batting order. It's a very interesting lineup here. They had a 255 average this year. That's 7th in the American League. You got Rosario there leading off, Kevin Kiermaier batting second, Luis Arias, Kyle Tucker, Darren Ruff, Alejandro Kirk, Kevin Biggio, Andrew McCutcheon, and Mike Ford. So here's Luis Arias, and he, his season wasn't a full year because of an injury that he had. He had a really good season, though, when he was playing. This year, that's a slur that he swings and misses out there, low at the knees. So good first innings for both of these pitchers here in Game 1. No score, no hits. There's JD Martinez now, 279 average for him, 31 homers this year, 88 RBIs. Definitely a good season. Getting up there in age, he's mid-upper 30s in his age now. He's going to hit a ground ball over into right field. One out in the second. Now it's Matt Duffy. Matt Duffy's going to swing and miss, and JD Martinez, trying to steal second, is thrown out by a mile. Basically, this was not a close play at second base at all. Let's look at this from a different angle. Yeah, assuming it was a hit-and-run type of deal there they were trying to get, but, man, it did not work. Now Duffy's going to swing and miss at the next pitch here to end the inning. So, yeah, that was a failure of an at-bat right there from Duffy there. Didn't get the hit-and-run to go his way, and then swung at that pitch way outside of the zone. So now bottom of the second, and here's Kyle Tucker. 261 average for him, 25 homers, 72 ribbies. He was out for about a month with an injury this season at one point, but huge player that they have back in the playoffs. He's going to drive that one over into left field. It's down. It's going to bounce to the wall. Kyle Tucker is going to have himself a double here in his first postseason at-bat. You know, he's had some pretty good playoff experience in his career already, despite how young he is. He's only like 25 in this game this year or something, but a big swing there. You get one more look at the swing by Tucker for the double from that swing.
The first baseman, Darren.
And now here's Darren Ruff, and he's going to look at a high slurve. Okay, interesting pitch. 25 homers for Darren Ruff this year, an 816 OPS, way better than I really expected him to be this season. 0-2, and that's a swing and a miss. At a slurve outside. Rios there, big strikeout. That's his second of the game. Let's one more look at this pitch. Way out there. And Ruff was a little early on. I just cannot hit that baseball. There's no way. So now here's Alejandro Kirk. And Alejandro Kirk, one of the best hitting catchers in all of baseball this year. I mean, he had a fantastic season. Batted .299 and 857 OPS, 14 homers and 62 ribbies. That is some incredible stuff. And he went up a crazy amount in his ratings. That's a swing and a miss. And he's actually going to beat that out. Wow, so he's going to be saved. That is a strikeout for Barrios. Technically his third of the game, but he doesn't get the out for it. So now there's first and third here with one down. For Kevin Biggio, who had a really impressive year this season, actually. .277 average and 867 OPS. 24 homers and 71 ribbies for him. Very good year, I would say. Got an excellent RBI chance right now in this spot. He's going to foul that pitch, the sinker, away. For now, there's 2 strikes on him. 1-2 to Biggio. It's a swing and a miss. Man, Barrios with number 4, technically his third strikeout of the inning here in this in the second, and his fourth of the game. That was a filthy slurve right there inside. My goodness. So now there's 2 down, and here's Andrew McCutchen, who actually led the team in RBIs this year, surprisingly. He had 76 of them. Only batted .231, but, you know, the OPS was actually at a pretty good spot for him this season. He had a lot of extra base. I think he had like 40 doubles, over 40 doubles this season or something crazy like that. He's going to fly that slurve into right field, and that is going to be caught in right. I don't remember. I think that's Yastrzemski out there in right field for the Reapers. Speaking of Yastrzemski, he's going to come up in the third inning here in a minute. But that was an excellent RBI chance. Boston can't take advantage of it. And now we're in the third inning. And here he is. We got Mike Yastrzemski. 703 average, or OPS for him this year. He had an alright season. And Niavoldi, he's going to come with 1-2. And it's ball 2. Wow, that was a really close pitch there. And Niavoldi does not agree that one missed. And I don't blame him. That one was just barely there on the bottom of the zone, it looked like to me. But now he's got to recover, got to shake that off. Now it goes with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Classic high fastball right there to get the strikeout that he should have gotten on the last pitch. Now here's Jesus Sanchez getting his first ever playoff action at 24 years old, and honestly had a really good year. 766 OPS. That's good stuff from, you know, the young guy there. And let's see, decided to see what he does with this playoff opportunity. He's going to swing and miss at that slider way, way inside. And, I mean, both pitchers here, their off-speed pitches are doing a lot of the work so far. I mean, we see Barrios leaning on his slurve a ton in the early innings. And Eovaldi's gotten a few strikeouts now on some of those off-speed pitches. And that's a fastball swinging way early on that, it looked like was James McCann. 668 OPS, 16 homers, and 56 RBIs for him on the season. But we're going to move now to the bottom of the third, and here's Mike Ford, who's going to take a circle change at the knees for strike 3. And, you know, Barrios, he's gotten working right now. 5 strikeouts already. He's off to a fantastic start tonight. Now it's Rosario. And he's going to try and lay down a bunt here down the line, and it's not going to work. Goes foul. So now 2-2 counts. And it's a slurve! Swung on and missed. Man, he's gotten a couple of guys on that same pitch, basically, in this game. 6 now for for Rios. And here's Kevin Kiermaier. And Kevin Kiermaier is going to look at this 1-0. He's going to swing at it, and he's going to fly this off-speed pitch over to J.D. Davis. Or not J.D. Davis, J.D. Martinez. That's the wrong team there. Thinking of Nashville still for some reason. But that is a catch by Martinez. And, man, both teams one hit through 3 innings so far. Now here's Ibocho Mondesi, and he's going to look at that slider there. That misses just outside for ball 3. Counts full for Alex Bregman sitting on deck. And here we go with this full count pitch. Mondesi is going to swing at this curve and absolutely crush it to center field. And it's gone. Alberto Mondesi, 430 on the distance, puts the Reapers on the board first in this game, 1-0 Houston. Man, basically nothing going for either offense in 3 innings so far. Alberto Mondesi, I think he only had like 17 homers in the regular season. Absolutely crushed that ball and knew it immediately. See this one, yeah, it doesn't go into the big seats there. It goes right to the right of it in the near the batter's eye. Man, Alex Bregman, he's going to get a base hit here back up the middle for a single. So that's the 3rd hit of the game allowed by Eovaldi there. The first hit for Bregman in this playoff so far. Now it's Freddie Freeman. Freeman's going to swing at this 4-seamer right down the middle, and he's going to send Tucker to the wall, and that ball is gone! Freddie Freeman with the home run! The 2nd of the inning, and Houston goes up 3-0. Now they're jumping all over Eovaldi here in this frame. And, I mean, this team is powerful. They got a ton of power in this batting order. Again, 2nd in the league, or in the American League at least, in terms of home runs this year. Showing that power off right now. And here's the outfield, Devers. Devers is going to look at that 4-seamer there for a strike. And, yeah, just a couple of misses in location here by Eovaldi. Missed with the slider to Mondesi. Missed with that fastball to Freeman. And now there's a swing and a drive by Devers, and that ball is going to go into the gap here. Nobody's over there in left, and he's going to get to 2nd with the double. Another extra base hit. It's the 3rd extra base hit of the inning already, or no, the 4th, I think, because there was another double earlier in this inning. The 4th extra base hit of the frame for the Reapers. So, man, it's kind of all falling apart right now for Eovaldi. He's got to get control of this game again. 2-2 to J.D. Martinez. That's a fly ball. Really deep into center, but it's going to be caught out there by Kevin Kiermaier. Tagging and going to 3rd base is Devers. He gets there safely. That's finally the first out of the frame. It took a while. And now here's Matt Duffy at the dish. As Duffy's going to swing at this first pitch. Grounded over to 2nd and diving stop. They're going to get... No, Duffy's going to be safe. That's going to score a run. As, I mean, either way, that would have scored the run if Duffy was out or safe on that. But that's going to be an RBI infield single there for Matt Duffy, and it's 4-0 Houston. Fantastic effort right there by the 2nd baseman. I believe it's Orioles at 2nd base for Boston. Could be wrong about that. That's a swing and a miss on a splitter, as Eovaldi gets his 5th strikeout. But, man, a brutal frame. He's got to end it right here. Swing, fly ball by Sanchez, and it's right in front of the wall. And the other warning track, McCutcheon makes the catch to end the inning. But, man, that was a brutal frame right there. 5 hits, 4 runs for Houston in that inning, and they now lead it 4-0, middle of the 4th. Well, here's Darren Ruff. 2-2 to him. It's a slurve high and inside for strike 3. Rios he's got a cushion now, and, I mean, that might help him get even more settled in than he already is. That slurve maybe not the best of locations, but it works for the strikeout. There's a ground ball by Kirk, and that is an out. Okay, the throw was a little high there, but handled well by Freeman. Nothing in that 4th inning. So still 4-0. We go to the 5th now. And here is James McCann. And now James McCann is going to line that one into right for a single. So another hit here allowed by Eovaldi. And it's 7th allowed already. And that is actually going to be at the end of the line for him tonight. So, man, I mean, first three innings for him were wonderful. Only gave up 1 hit in the first 3 frames, but man, had a really rough 4th inning, and ends up giving 7 hits. And we'll see what happens if that runner at first that is going to be charged to him if it comes around to score. Here's now Deivi Garcia, who really struggled this year. I mean, was moved from a starting role to a long relief role. Out in the bullpen, he gets a strikeout here of Alex Bregman because, yeah, he had a 5.57 ERA. Just not great stuff there from him. Freddie Freeman now, that's a line drive, and that ball is going to get down into center, and they're not going to test Kiermaier's arm in center field there. So 2 men are on now after not back-to-back singles, but now 2 men are on. Freddie Freeman gets on base again. So now it's Rafael Devers at the plate once more. 1 for 2, had that double last time. It's already his second at bat here in as many innings for him, as that's a 4-seam fastball for strike 1 to him. 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored. 41 homers for him in the regular season. 1-2 pitch to Devers, and that's a swing and a ball crushed to center field! Into right center, and it's gone! 3-run homer by Rafael Devers to blow the game open here in the 5th inning. It's 7-0 Reapers. 41 dingers for Devers this season, the home run leader on this team, and he's going to come through with a huge swing right here. Man, this game has kind of gone away from Boston in a big way in these last couple of frames. Man, that ball was crushed. Wow, into the seats out there, 428 on the distance. A ball mashed by Devers, 105 exit velocity. But man, 7-0 just like that in just 2 innings. That was a pretty bad swing right there by JD Martinez. But man, the long ball is working right now for Houston. It's their 3rd homer here in the last couple of innings. And again, had 1 hit going into the 4th. They now have 7 runs and 9 hits total. So, Boston's in a big hole right now, and they got to work themselves out of it somehow. How are they going to be able to do that? I mean, Barrios is pitching fantastic, and now he's got a ridiculous 7-run cushion. So this is going to be difficult, but Andrew McCutchen is up. And let's see the first pitch. McCutchen's going to crush this ball. He drills it to left field, and it's going to go over the big monster out there in left. That's a home run for McCutchen, and the Barons are on the board here in the 5th. Well, 1 run at a time. I guess that's the philosophy that you have to have at this point in this game 1. Andrew McCutchen with a home run, and, a guy getting up there, 36 years old, I think, at this point. Doesn't have much more time in the league. That was just such a high swing, and that ball just went up in the air for a really long time. Only 328 on the distance, but still no doubter from McCutchen, as that's a fly ball. And drifting near the track is Yastrzemski. He's going to make that catch, though, to end the 5th. But, Boston's on the board. That was an important home run there, an important swing by McCutchen. It's only their 2nd hit of the game, and really the first mistake that Jose Barrios has allowed tonight. So we're in the bottom of the 6th now with 2 out in the frame. Darren Ruff is at the plate. He's going to ground it over to Bregman, and a try there by the 3rd baseman, but Alex Bregman had that one all the way. And that's the end of the 6th, and that was a pretty big 0 put up there by Jose Barrios. I mean, Boston's running out of time at this point to make any sort of comeback. Now we're in the 7th inning. Deivi Garcia pitched a scoreless 6th. And here's about Mondesi, and Mondesi's going to drill this ball deep into the outfield here. And it is off of the very top of the wall, basically. Almost gets away from the center fielder, and all the way around 3rd. Mondesi's going home. Why did he do that? he has gone down at the plate by quite a bit, actually, there. Okay, I really don't understand why they made that decision. I mean, I don't know if Mondesi just didn't see the stop sign or something. You're up by 6 runs. You know, a triple with 1 out would be just as good as... You don't need it inside the Parker right now. You're not, like, trailing by a few runs. That was just really way too aggressive. Sometimes the CPU does that, though. They're just... Sometimes the CPU just, like, makes some ridiculously aggressive and not very sensical moves, and that was one of them. No reason that Mondesi went home on that play. But either way, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning now. And Alejandro Kirk is going to take a slurve. Wow, all right. Bottom of the zone. I mean, yeah, but he doesn't... Kirk doesn't think so. Man, that was such a borderline pitch. I mean, Brios pitching so well right now. You give him the benefit of the doubt on that kind of a call. Now Kevin Biggio, and that's a 4-seamer, no doubt about that strike. That was right down the middle. And Jose Brios has got 9 Ks here tonight, pitching like an ace. I mean, this has been a wonderful performance for him on the mound in this ball game. You see this pitch sequence, a lot of sinkers and a slurve there, but a couple of fastballs finish the at-bat off with that fastball. Now McCutcheon is at the plate, and over 100 pitches, shattering the bat near first base, and Friedman avoids the shrapnel to make the play. And, yeah, it seems like kind of a long shot now for Boston in this game. They still only have 2 hits tonight, and that probably is the last inning for Jose Barrios today. Ends up going to go 7 innings, and just a fantastic performance for him tonight. So we're in the 8th inning now. Rafael Devers at the plate again, and Devers is again going to drive this ball off the wall in left. It's only going to be a base hit, but that's his 3rd hit of the game. So, man, Devers has just had a fantastic night. And Devin Garcia is coming out of the game. Drew Steckenrider is coming in. 42 innings, 37 strikeouts. I mean, that whip is pretty high, 1.5. But, you know, 3.64 ERA isn't terrible, I guess. Now here's JD Martinez, and he's going to take a 4-seamer for ball 4. I mean, you really don't want this lead ballooning anymore if you're Boston, and you're already facing a tall task to come back. Now here's Matt Duffy. He's 1 for 3 with a ribby. He's got bases loaded. Nobody out. That's a swing and a miss. So that's a strikeout there. I mean, still quite a long way to go to not give up anything here. Yastrzemski, swing and a miss. That's a couple of strikeouts for Steckenrider. 2 down in the inning. And, okay, they go back to the bullpen again. I mean, Tanner Scott had a fantastic season, don't get me wrong. 30 innings, 46 strikeouts, a 1.48 ERA. It might be a matchup thing. I think that's probably what it is, because I don't really know why. Drew Steckenrider did his job well, I guess. He got 2 strikeouts. So now here's Jesus Sanchez. 3-2, and it misses. Boy, ball 4, nowhere to put him. Just as you're that close to getting out of the jam. And Houston's going to go up by 7 now, again. 8-1. Here's James McCann at the plate. McCann, 0-1 pitch to him here. Ground ball past the diving third baseman, and that's going to go into left. That's going to score 2 more runs. Houston extends the lead just a little further. It's now 10-1. Man, an absolute blowout here in Game 1 for the Reapers on the road. That's strike 3, but man, Boston right now, just nothing going their way at all. The offense hasn't shown up in the slightest, and their pitching has been really bad today as well. So out comes Alex Vesia here, and yeah, what a fantastic game by Jose Barrios. 7 innings, 1 run allowed, 2 hits, 9 strikeouts. Fantastic performance. He's lined up to get the win in this one. That's a swing and a miss. McCutcheon, or no, that's not McCutcheon. That's Ben Rosario there. For strike 3. And let's take a look at this pitch sequence here. I mean, started out with a couple of fastballs. And did he even use any other pitch in this at bat? He did. Okay, the last pitch. No, the second to last pitch was a slider, but basically all fastballs there in that at bat. Kevin Kiermaier is now going to look at a fastball right down the middle, and I don't know what are these Boston hitters waiting for here. There's some great pitches there to swing at, and they're just not swinging at them. Man, this is rough. Boston has just not shown up yet tonight, and now Paul Sewald is going to come out and try and close the game. Start of the year as this team's closer really struggled. As the closer out of, over 4.5 ERA is pretty high. That's a swing, that's a drive, and that's a home run. Okay, Kyle Tucker says, we're not quite done yet. He's going to do something. He's really been the only guy to do something in this game. I mean, that's his second hit of the night. He's the only guy to have more than one in this bowl game. So that's his first homer of the playoffs. I mean, he's a big superstar for this team. He's got to show up and show out in this one. But, man, it's just too little too late at this point, it seems. So now Darren Ruff. And he is going to swing and miss at a four-seamer there below the knees. Strike number 3 and out number 2. And here's Alejandro Kirk. 0 for 3 in the game. Strikeout back in the 7th inning. And now 1-2 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Fastball way inside. I mean, Boston's hitting approach tonight was just not there at all. A lot of bad swings. A lot of good pitches that they took for strike 3 in this one. And a dominant Game 1 victory for the Reapers. I mean, that game, we've had pretty much all close finishes so far in the playoffs for the most part. This game was not close in the slightest. I mean, just domination by the Reapers. 13 hits, 10 runs, as opposed to 3 hits and 2 runs for Boston. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a concerning start for the Barons in this series as they immediately lose home field advantage in this series. They drop the opener. And, I mean, the Reapers looked very impressive in that game for sure. So, that's the Game 1 of that series. And we'll look at the box score really quickly after we see some of these highlights. And, a big 4-run, 4th inning. I mean, they didn't even need any more runs than that. But then Rafael Devers got a massive 3-run homer the next frame. And at that point, you're up 7-0. There really wasn't anything that Boston could do. That's a home run there by McCutcheon. Gave you maybe some glimmer of hope, but not a ton. As again, I don't look at Mondesi trying to stretch a triple into inside the Parker for some reason. But yeah, I mean, the win goes to Barrios. Evaldi gets handed the loss. He really didn't pitch very well after the 4th inning. He just really struggled. He ended up giving up 5 runs in this bowl game total. And, this offense for Houston, it's definitely a good one. And, they added Bregman to it. He was 1 for 5, but, Alberto Mondesi had a big home run. Freddie Freeman was 3 for 5 with two RBIs. Rafael Devers was 3 for 5 with 3 ribbies. You got Sanchez, Duffy, and McCann getting some more RBIs as well. And then, as I mentioned, Barrios, fantastic game. 7 innings, 2 hits. 1 run allowed, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. 13 strikeouts total for Houston pitching tonight. Vesia got 2 strikeouts in 1 frame, pitched a perfect inning there. And then Polsio did give up the home run to Tucker, but nothing else. And yeah, I mean, 2 guys with hits tonight total for Boston. Just not going to cut it. Not going to win any games doing that kind of an offensive showing basically here in this playoff bracket or in the playoff run. But Evaldi, great 3 innings, really stuck it up in the 4th. He gave up 5 runs in 4 innings. And then Garcia gave up 4 runs as well in relief. Second Ryder did give up an earned run in 0.2 innings. Tanner Scott pitched 1.1 innings, didn't give up anything up, but he did give up, a walk and a base hit. So just all around bad pitching and bad offense there for Boston. So hopefully we get some cleaner and closer games in going forward in this episode as we go to the other divisional round in the American League here. And, surprising Game 1 win for the New York Honey Badgers in the first episode. Not the first episode, but the first game of this series, the last episode that we saw. A game where a game where New York, for the most part, was pretty dominant the whole time. I mean, they didn't really give up a lot of control in that game. They were leading that game you know, virtually from the beginning on there. So what can the Raptors do in response? They bring out Kyle Cantrell, who had a really good season this year. Actually, had a 3.05 ERA in his 32 starts this season. And we're going to go to quick manage here, and again, hop in if we need to if this game is close. But Christian Yelich reading things off. He's only got like 1 hit so far. That's his 2nd hit. Okay. Spoke too soon. Now Jeff McNeil, who still doesn't have a hit yet in the playoffs. There's a walk. Now Austin Riley at the plate. He strikes out. Miguel Cabrera is 0 for 7 so far. He swings and misses. So there's Chris Paddock. And, you know, really good numbers for him this season. Just surprise pitcher. I mean, his rookie year in 2019 was really, really good. But this year, 3.02 ERA, a 1.12 whip. Fantastic stuff for him this season. So we'll see. This pitching staff, again, for New York is definitely a strength of theirs. As that was a clean 1-2, not really 1-2-3 inning, but a clean inning there, nonetheless. Now we go top of the 2nd, pop up, and that's a strikeout. Okay, good start for the pitcher here for Cal Cantrell. Good start for the other guy as well. Now there's a walk. There's a double. Jeff McNeil gets his first hit of the playoffs there. RBI double. Now it's Aaron Judge. And Aaron Judge is going to crush a 2-run homer. 3-0. Cal Cantrell's good beginning. Man, that's huge. I mean, 3-0 now. Austin Riley, he's going to get a base hit. Miguel Cabrera strikes out. Okay, and there's a double by Ramon Laureano. 4-0 now. Here's Soel Alfaro, batting .375 right now. He's going to get a base hit. And oh my goodness, this inning is just getting out of hand. 5-run inning for New York now. That's a strikeout. Finally hitting the frame, but man, 5 spot there. And now Chris Paddock has all the padding he needs right now. 5-run advantage. Strikeout of Brian De La Cruz, but Benintendi can't get anything there. And now you really watch how far can Control go, and he gives up a base hit to Yelich. 3 for 3 for Yelich today. Judge gets on base with an error. That is unfortunate. And that's actually, we're going to go to the bullpen here already. But yeah, yikes. Kyle Cantrell just couldn't do anything there. He really struggled in especially that 3rd inning and beginning of the 4th. And no runs for New York in that inning. But yeah, I mean, where's the offense for Seattle? This is the American League's best batting order here. And so far they haven't done anything. Already 11 hits for New York in this game. That's ridiculous. There's another base hit by Ha-Seong Kim. 6-0 now. Here's Christian Yelich. Everybody in this lineup besides Miguel Cabrera and Jalen Miller has a hit right now. There's a walk from Yelich. And another base hit. Jeff McNeil brings home 2 more runs. Another run brought in by Aaron Judge. And this game is just another blowout here. Totally out of hand. 9-0 right now. There's a swing. Finally, something happens on offense for Seattle. But, man, it's just way too late. They're already down by 9 runs. I mean, okay. They've got a couple now. You know, it's, again, 1 run at a time. That was a pretty good inning there. But, man, they're still down by... they're still down by 7 right now. 9-2. So they're going to go to the bullpen again. Reyes Maranta is out there, and he does finally get a clean inning. That's a home run by Xander Bogaerts. Makes it 9-3. Base hit or walk by Urshela. There's another single. And I don't know. Yeah, there's a pitching change. I was just wondering when that was going to happen. Oh, man. They needed to get something else right there. That is a huge missed opportunity. Ha-Seong Kim gets a hit by pitch and then a stolen base. Oh my gosh, Christian Yelich. 3 for 3 with 2 walks. That's ridiculous. Another walk of Aaron Judge here. Raleigh doesn't do anything there. Alright, the Cruz gets a single. Oh man, double play. That's unfortunate. Yeah, man, I mean, Seattle's offense has just really not been there. And, I mean, they're pitching... They're not a strength of their team necessarily, but it's been struggling as well. And... they're really in danger now. Runner thrown out of the plate on that pitch there, but my gosh, yeah, the offense here just not anywhere to be found right now, basically. And 3 outs away from going down 0-2. Devin Smeltzer gives up a base hit there to De La Cruz, but that's going to be the end of the game. And a 9-4 win for New York. Wow, what a story we have here. The Honey Badgers, the wildcard team, is now a win away from going to the American League Championship Series. Yeah, I didn't expect this. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did not see this run coming from the Honey Badgers right now. They are in complete control in this series now. And they only need to win one more game. They have 2 at home in New York for, a chance to clinch the series at home. 9-4 win. The offense for the Honey Badgers was just impeccable in this game. 16 hits. That's a lot. And the Raptors pitching, it just really sucked in this one. And their offense was not able to do much of anything either. Wow, so the #1 seed here in the American League is in really big trouble right now after that game. So Aaron Judge gets player of the game. That's interesting. I mean, Christian Yelich was 3 for 4. He didn't get any RBIs, but he did walk twice. He got on base 5 times in this one. Jack McNeil had his first 2 hits of the playoffs, 3 RBIs for him. And, man, Aaron Judge is doing a lot right now. He is definitely being the star that he needs to be for this team. He's had a 2 for 4 night, a couple of walks for him, 3 RBIs. And, Miguel Cabrera was the only guy to not get a hit on New York's team. He is still hitless in the playoffs right now. Chris Paddock, pretty good stuff there for him. I mean, yeah, ended with a 5.06 ERA, but only gave up 3 runs. Gave up a lot of hits, though, so that kind of prevented him from going far in this game. Devin Smeltzer, 3.2 innings of really good relief out of the bullpen there. And, man, New York, they are in complete command. And, the offense here, it wasn't bad, but, I mean, you just see only, Juan Soto has only got, 1 hit this series so far. Jared Wallace only has, 1 hit. Xander Bogaerts, that was his first hit of the playoffs. Brian De La Cruz and Cesar Hernandez are really the only 2 guys doing anything for this offense right now. Travis D'Arnaud also is batting .286 right now, so he's been hitting the ball pretty well, but, I mean, you got Nick Solak, doesn't have a hit yet. Benintendi only has 1 hit so far. This offense for Seattle has just not really been there yet. It's bad, and they got to wake the bats up right now because they are in elimination mode going forward for the rest of this series. Cal Control really struggled. I mean, the whole bullpen really for a whole, besides Miranda, Edwards, and Colome, struggled in this one, but Cal Control gave up 5 runs. Minter gave up 3. John Curtis gave up 1. So, yikes, all right. That was not a great game there. Let's hopefully get one that we can hop into here. We're going to immediately jump into Game 2 of this series between Boston and the Reapers. And Boston looking to avoid what just happened for Seattle, falling 2-0. When you're the home team, I mean, basically a death sentence in a 5-game series. So, not to say the least, this is a very massive game for Boston right now. Trevor Rogers, 200 innings this year, 1.35 ERA, or WHIP, 4.18 ERA. Pretty good numbers for him over the course of the year. And now we're going to go quick manage this game as well. So, Mondesi, of course, we just saw him have a pretty good beginning, and that's a strikeout. Another strikeout. Now Freddie Freeman, he's going to get on base again. My goodness, there's another strikeout. So, okay, strikeout on the side. Now James Paxton on the mound for Houston in this game. Base hit here. Matt Duffy can't do anything there. That's a strikeout. There's a solo home run from Kyle Tucker. That's who he's got 2 now in this series already. He's got 3 hits in this postseason now. Jalen Ruff is at the plate. He's going to strike out. Kirk grounds out again, and that's a strikeout. So, okay, 1 hit for each team so far. 1 run for Boston. There's a hit by McCann. There's a double play. That ends the top of the 3rd inning. McCutcheon up. There's a ground out. That's a 1-2-3 frame. Okay, both these pitchers, pretty good groove right now that they have at the moment. There's a base hit. But, we saw again in the last game, it really only took 1 inning for you know, these pitchers, their starts to just completely collapse on them. So we'll see what happens. James Paxton is up a walk. Okay, a couple of batters, and this is the most trouble that he's faced all night. He does get out of that jam there in the bottom of the fourth. Now we're in the fifth. Duffy gets a hit. James McCann flies out. There's a stolen base. Mondesi strikes out. Okay, doesn't get anything in that inning for Houston here. And, man, okay, well, James Paxton has been excellent. Alex Bregman's out the dish. Freddie Freeman, he is going to hit a solo homer. That was a big swing right there. Ties the game with one swing of the bat. And now it's 1-1. So here's Jonfield Devers. He's going to strike out. Martinez going to get on base. And there's a walk of Sanchez. Matt Duffy is going to get a big base hit. 3 for 3 on the night. Singles and scores a run. Nike Strempsey does the same. Houston's up 3-1 now. And that was a big sixth inning right there. 3 runs for Houston. James Paxton is just still lights out. My goodness, Boston has 2 hits as well in this game right now. John King is pitching now for the Barons. He gets through the 7th inning cleanly, but where is this offense for Boston as they can't do anything in the 7th either? Yikes, this is not looking good for them as there's a base hit. Matt Duffy at the plate, and Matt Duffy's going to get another base hit. Oh my goodness, Matt Duffy 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Man, a surprising hero for Houston in this game. Oh my gosh, now it's 4-1, and James Paxton still has a lot of energy. We're going to go into the game. He's only at 84 pitches. My goodness. But yeah, man, Boston's offense here, they got to wake up. Where's the bats? Haven't seen it so far yet. As there's a ground ball. They only have 5 total hits in this series to this point. There's a ground out for the first out of the this frame. Can't speak very effectively there, sorry. But Mike Ford now comes to the dish. 0 for 2, one of the guys that doesn't have a hit. I mean, there's quite a bit of those players on this team right now for the Barons at this point. There's a fly ball. That's going to be foul into the left side of the outfield there. Now the count goes to 1-2. Paxton 95 pitches now. And here's the 1-2. Swing! And a miss. It's a 4-seamer. High and a little outside. Paxton, 7 strikeouts. And now it's McCutchen. And this is going to be Paxton's last batter of the ball game, you think. 102 pitches. It's a fastball. Swung on and missed. McCutchen can't catch up to it. And James Paxton, what a performance. 8 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. I mean, even better than what we just saw from Jose Barrios earlier in this episode. That's ridiculous. Houston's pitching incredible. Now Kendall Graven's going to come out and try and get a save. 23 out of 27 opportunities for him since being moved to that closer role. A 1.15 whip and a 2.95 ERA and a very good year. Went down already in the inning. Here's Kevin Kiermaier still searching for his first postseason hit. 3-1. Line drive, and that one is going to bounce in there in the center. So that's the first hit for Kiermaier in this postseason. Only the 3rd hit of this whole game for the Boston Barons. That's a line drive right back up the middle. Now it's Luis Urias. Urias 1 for 3 in the game. So, you know, he's one of those few guys to get a hit tonight. Ravens got the sign. He's going to lean in. The first pitch is a ground ball. It's right to Bregman. The perfect setup. 5-4-3 double play. And that's the end of the game. And Houston has gone on the road and just taken care of business as they have taken the first 2 from Boston. And this is really surprising because Houston this year was the best home team in baseball. They only had just above 500 record on the road. They were only like 27-25, I think, on the road this year. They were an incredible home team this season, one of the best in baseball. But they have now won 2 on the road, and I mean, the tail of this tape is the pitching for the Reapers. It has been absolutely untouchable for the Boston offense right now. They just can't do anything against it, and man, that's really tough. Now both of those teams, their season's on the line, and they have to climb out of a 2-0 hole somehow, some way. That's not going to bode well for them. So yeah, not a lot of great games for us to hop into here tonight in this episode, but you know, still an important episode. Now we have each series has played 2 games, and so far the only series where we've seen both teams win one is Nashville and the Monarchs. So all the other 3 series are at 2-0 right now at a standstill. Get a look at that. Houston offense has been very good so far for Houston. James Paxton, what an incredible game. 8 innings, 2 hits, 1 run allowed, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Fantastic performance. Kendall Graveman got a save, his first of the playoffs. And man, Kyle Tucker is like the only guy doing literally anything right now for Boston. Luis Urias and Andrew McCutcheon are the only, and Kevin Kiermaier, 4 guys in this batting order right now have a hit. That cannot happen anymore. That cannot cut it. This team is not going to win in this series if that continues. Yeah, that's really bad there. And Rogers, pitched overall pretty good. Did struggle in that 6th inning for sure, but overall pretty good stuff for him. King gave up a run in his 3 innings of work, but man, that's going to do it for me in this episode, guys. These teams, their season's now in jeopardy coming down to the wire, so we're going to have another continuation of this divisional round. You might see some divisional series finish up in the next episode. We'll see, but either way, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Please subscribe so you are notified of when I'm coming out with the new videos. You've been listening to Lucas from Mars. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend, and God bless.